Hey y'all, it's time for another reckoning, and I have a huge tray. Well, it feels like a huge tray of things to reckon with, but maybe it's just because I'm using this tray this time, and so it's like all organized and laid out for me. But it feels like a lot that I have to reckon with. And I also feel like I'm kind of overdue for a reckoning, but I don't think that that's true. I think I have been filming them relatively regularly. If you don't know what the reckoning is, if you happen to be new to my channel, I will tell you. When I get things in PR, I don't automatically just incorporate them into my collection. I test them for a while, and then I set aside a moment during which I make a conscious decision about whether or not I want to keep the thing, because I don't want to get overwhelmed with stuff. I want to make sure that I donate everything I can. I don't just let things kind of like slip into the cracks and corners and out of sight, and like they don't get donated and they also don't get used by me. And I always film that process. I sit down with you every once in a while and I go through the things that have come to me recently and I reckon with them and decide whether or not I'm going to keep them. I'm Hannah. If you do happen to be new, I will tell you I'm Hannah, and thank you for clicking on this video. I love beautiful things, but I don't love overspending, so I'm always trying to keep a balance in my life when it comes to my consumption of beautiful things and my love of them. If that kind of content sounds good to you, I hope you will subscribe to my channel. And now, is the intro already over? I feel like we just zoomed through it in unprecedented fashion, which is, to say, a speedy fashion. Let's go ahead and get into the meat of this video. Okay, first on the docket, Refer sent me some more brushes, some like backups of my current favorite brush from them, and I'm so glad that they did, because now I'm reckoning with them in this video and it gives me a chance to talk about them again, because recently in a video I was like, I think they're having a sale, but I'm not really sure what the deal is, and since then I have figured out what the deal is, so I'll tell you right now. The core set is 50% off in the concept store. And the rest of the brushes, you can get a discount using a code. So the code for the rest of the stuff works to discount them, I think, 20%, like all of the rest of the brushes right now, but the core set you can get for 50%. So that'll be down below. I believe that that's what's going on now. And then later in the holiday season, they're going to do another big sale where like I think another set of 3 favorite brushes, like a holiday set, is going to be deeply discounted. So all the links for that will be down below. I don't need to belabor these brushes because you guys know that I love them. I think this is what I said in the recent video, but I have been sent a lot of brushes over the course of my 3 years here on YouTube, and I have pretty much given all of them away except for the ones from Refer, because to me they're just the best of the best of the best. This new brush that I'm really in love with is the number 13. It's not a new brush, but I fell in love with it when it was in its like prototype phase. They sent me some of the prototypes of it, and they were like this with a shiny handle, and the lettering would like wear away after a while because they were just like the prototype brushes, but the brush head is the same. So this, I believe, is like the finalized codified version. It has the really nice soft matte, like sleek matte wood handle, very lightweight, and it has the number printed on here. And the ones that are this style, which is the way that the core collection has always been, they are very sturdy and they hold up to washing. The numbers don't wear away. They're just like really beautifully designed. So it's the number 13. That's what it's officially labeled. I think they sent me 3 number 13s, and then they sent me 2 of this other really similar brush. Yeah, the number 14, which is really similar to the number 13. It's just longer. So this one on top is the 13 and this one underneath is the 14. And that's great. That'll be fun to use. I don't know if I had any of the prototypes of the number 14, but it does look like the kind of thing I'll love. I really like these little tiny blending brushes because I have hooded eyes and I'm often like placing shadow in a spot and then just gently blending it around its spot. I like the control that these offer me. I'm tempted to keep all of them because I love them, and you know how it is with brushes. It's always nice to like have extras of the ones that you use a lot. But I am trying to keep my brush collection small, so I think what I'll do is I'll put one of these number 13s in my giveaway box because it's such a special, luxurious thing. It'll be really exciting to be able to slip it in somebody's package when I'm like sending a gift to a friend in the coming months, but I'm gonna keep the rest of them. I just am, okay? I will say, in case you haven't heard me talking about Refer before, the core collection is great because it has these 2 brushes in it, and they are They were for a long time my two absolute favorites. I think that the number 13 might have like joined them in terms of how frequently I reach for it. But it's the number 2 and the number 3. And the core collection, I think, is like the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So the 2 is this like flat domed brush that's really good for blending out under the eyes. And the number 3 is a pencil brush, which is also good for blending out under the eyes, but I find that I end up using this a lot to pack shadow in the outer corner and to like draw it on. It's, again, so much control, and it's almost like hard to remember now because I've had these brushes for so long and the use of them has become like my standard. But I was reflecting recently on like my memories of when I first got these and started using them. The thing that blew me away was how well they pick up pigment. It just feels like the pigments cling to the fibers of these brushes and makes it so easy to transfer them onto your eyes, and then they blend them out so well. So it's such a pleasure to use these. I feel so lucky to be on the receiving end of ref or PR. It's like some of the best stuff that I ever have gotten and that I ever, you know, like continue to get in PR. What should we do next? What should I reckon with next? It's kind of discombobulating to have it all laid out before me. Let's knock a few like quick, easy, practical things out of the way. Let's do a little bit of skincare. So this came my way via Octoly. This is by a brand called Protocol. And to be honest, the reason that I showed interest in this on Octoly, which is what you can do, you can be like, hey brand, I'm into your thing. Like I would be willing to review it if you'd be willing to send it to me. And then the brand like looks at you and then they're like, yeah, we think you're cool. We'll send it to you. Or they're like, no, you're not, which happens to me all the time also. The reason I showed interest in this brand is that they are new. And it's not specifically because of the vitamin C serum is what I'm trying to say. You guys know that my ride or die vitamin C serum is the one from Timeless. It's about $20, lasts a really long time. The packaging is excellent, airtight. I keep it in the fridge. It's like really fresh and powerful. And I just think that the bang for your buck is incredible. That's the one that I will continue to buy. This is a high-end product. I think it's like in the $60 or maybe even like the $80. Like this is like friends with Drunk Elephant's C Firma. Like that's what this is. It's like this brand came out with some skincare products and this is their C Firma. The Timeless one, I just feel like it's, you know, practical. I actually do think that the packaging is good on this. They are claiming to have like the first ever truly airtight packaging, which is what Drunk Elephant always claimed about C Firma, and then we all found out that it wasn't actually true and then it goes bad in like a couple of months. But this, you can see the bag inside it, and it also has this little cap that goes over the dispenser. Of course, that's too fiddly for me and I never actually cap it. The product itself is great. You can just tell it's like a very fresh, powerful vitamin C serum. It pumps. One pump is exactly the amount that I need for a pretty good coating on my face. I always put a strong L-ascorbic acid-based vitamin C serum right onto my face first thing in the morning after I wash it. And so I've just been using this one since I ran out of my one from Timeless, and it is great. It's good. So far, I like what Protocol is doing. I will follow their future career with a modicum of interest, especially the future career of their retinol serum. They have a retinol serum that I'm kind of interested in. And then these are the other kind of beefy skincare products that came to me recently in PR. Peter Thomas Roth sent these over to me. The Cucumber Gel Mask, which, you know how I feel about masks. I feel like they're really an indulgence and they don't often end up pricing out well, like price per use, this kind of mask, like a wash-off mask. But it doesn't mean that they're not really pleasurable to use. And there are some masks that I've used in my past that I've really enjoyed, and this is one of them. Back in the day when I was like spending way too much on skincare, trying all the masks in Sephora, you know, skincare, masking myself out of house and home. I tried this cucumber mask from Peter Thomas Roth, and especially for like a gel mask, because I don't tend to like gel skincare products. I always feel like gel is like a lightweight thing, and I feel like I need the heavyweight, especially when it comes to moisture. But for a gel, this really always felt like it did calm my irritated skin and calm my redness, and I enjoyed the jar of this that I had back in the day. Then my habits changed. I stopped being someone who's like out there buying all the masks at Sephora. I probably would never have gone on to buy this again, but I was very excited that they wanted to send this to me in PR. Partly because I love using it and also because it's so photogenic. I like posted a picture of it on Instagram because it's so beautiful. It's just like a fun thing to have sitting around. But yeah, I'm using this and I'm loving it. Thanks, Peter Thomas Roth, for sending this. And I'm going to keep it. And they sent this to the Firm X Collagen Moisturizer. It's very weird. It's like it is like a waxy gel consistency. This looks like a gel, so I was a little bit skeptical at the outset because I was like, is it going to be beefy enough for me? But is it ever beefy? This is what we call a beefy gel. I mean, it's like this. Like it's a gel consistency, but it's not going to fall out of here. Like this would fall out if I turn it upside down. It's that kind of, I think it would. Let's test it. Yeah, it would. It would be like 1 second and then it would plop out the whole thing. So it's more of it's a looser gel. And this gel is a tight gel. It's like very thick. And it's been awesome at night. I mean, I don't think collagen, it's like one of those buzzwords like cholesterol. And excuse me for a minute while I get onto my like dietary misinformation soapbox, but I believe from all the research I've done and also from experimenting on myself that eating food with cholesterol in it doesn't raise your cholesterol. Like that's a lie that we were taught. Am I going to regret talking about this? I don't know. But there's this common misconception that like cholesterol foods raise your cholesterol. And it's just not how it works. If I end up keeping this in the video, I'll put a link down below so you can click through and read. The same as what I'm trying to say is that with collagen, people think that if there's collagen in a skincare product and you put it on your skin, it will like increase the collagen in your skin. And it just does not work that way as far as I know. I think that you can encourage your skin to produce collagen with certain things, like maybe if you keep it more moisturized or like maybe peptides or something like that. But collagen, physical collagen in a thing, all it does is moisturize. It doesn't actually like do the things for your skin that the internal self-produced collagen in your skin does for your skin. But we all know that collagen is something that you lose over time, and that it's what makes the skin elastic. And so as you lose collagen, the skin loses elasticity, and then your skin starts to sag. So people are like, give me that collagen, smearing that collagen all over my face and I'm gonna be young. It's like a trick. It's like a marketing trick and a trick of the mind. So this is like Firm X Collagen Moisturizer. I'm not feeling like it's increasing the collagen in my skin, is what I'm trying to say. But as a moisturizer at night, it's bomb. I'm here for it. It's again, this isn't the kind of thing that I buy. Like if I were buying my own nighttime moisturizer over and over again, I'd buy the one from Derma E or the one from CeraVe or something. But because I have it, I'm definitely going to keep it and use it up. And I cannot tell a lie. I've really, really been enjoying it. I feel like my skin's drinking it up. Let's talk about some cream blushes. This is a stressful moment for me because cream blush is a thing that I really love. But I'm also aware that my cream blush collection during this year, which has been for me like the year of cream blush. And I feel like this isn't the first time I've made that joke. My name is Hannah and this is the year of cream blush. I feel like I've been making that joke since January, and it has really turned out to be true because first I got really excited about cream blush and I bought a handful of them with my own budget in January with my beauty budget. But then because I've had such a strong interest in them and I've reviewed a bunch of them, it's like the more you review something, the more of that thing will like come your way, because then companies are like, oh, she's the authority on X. We better send her our version of X because then she'll talk about X. And probably the people who watch her also really like X. So it's like cream blush begets cream blush. And I like seeded my channel with like 5 cream blushes that I bought myself in January. And then what's happened is those seeds have bloomed into like cream blush upon cream blush that's come to me in PR. And we're getting to the point where it's like, how many cream blushes does one little Hannah need, even during her year of cream blush? I preface this, am I going to regret prefacing this decision-making moment with that? I don't know, because, I say that, but the truth is that I don't want to not keep these cream blushes. These are the ones from Illamasqua. I did a try-on haul with these and I talked about how much I loved this like weird whipped greasy formula. I've loved using them, but really, really the tea is that all I want to use these days on my cheeks is that e.l.f. cream blush palette. I'll show it to you. I have it right here. In a world without this e.l.f. cream blush palette, which I've been texting with Lacey from Spooky Lips and Fat Hips about this because she bought it after she saw me reviewing it and raving about it. And what I keep saying to her, because she texted me, she's like, I bought it, what is it like? She bought it and then she hadn't gotten it yet. And she was like, I bought it, what is it going to be like? And I was like, It's like a Tom Ford product. I was like, it feels like Tom Ford snuck into the Elf factory and was like, and made this palette and then put it in Elf packaging. And she was like, whatever. And then she got it in the mail and she put it on it. And then she texted me and she was like, oh my God, you're right. It's amazing. And I was like, I know. It's like Tom Ford is that you. Like if you told me that you had taken some Tom Ford cream cheek products, which I haven't ever even tried. I'm just saying this based on like my feeling about what Tom Ford would feel like. If you told me that you had taken an Elf palette, scraped out all the products, taken some Tom Ford products and pressed them in here and given it to me, I would believe you. I would believe you. It's just like luxury. Like this feels to me like the utmost in cream cheek luxury. In a world where this didn't exist or where I didn't have it, I'd be hanging on to these because they're just, it's beautiful. You get that really glossy cheek and it's really lovely. But that's not my world. I'm in a world where this does exist and I want to pan this and then buy it again. I think that I can let these go. They do make my face so glossy, but many things make my face so glossy. And here's the thing, I know that I need to do a cream cheek declutter soon. And I'm guessing that if I kept these, then once I put them in with all my other cream cheeks, when I sat down to do the declutter, they'd be like some of the first to go because I would just be like, something's gotta go. All right, but these are the other cream cheeks that came in that group of things from Skin Store. It was Skin Store who sent me these. They sent me this Stila convertible color in Peony, and I am gonna hang on to this. I just feel like it feels so dependable. When I do my cream blush declutter and I swatch this out next to others of my cream blushes, I might end up choosing to give it away because my guess is that it's really similar to the one from Lila B that I really, really love. And there's another like Daniel Sandler one is that the one that's similar color? There are some other ones that are similar colors, so this kind of like a brownish deep nude. But for the time being, I'm going to hang on to this. It's just like, these are so whipped and slippy that it's a thing when I reach for them, the ones from Illamasqua. This is like perfect in every way. It's really stiff and sticky, but it blends out perfectly and it stays a little bit dewy and satin looking, but it sets down enough so that it's not annoying. So I really like this formula from Stila. And I also really like that the pan is big enough for me to get my brush into. Like the Lila B, for example, doesn't have that going for it. So I'm gonna hang on to this one. But the other one that they sent me is still in the box because the color ended up looking so much pinker in person than it looked in the pictures. And so I think I'm going to go ahead and give this away untouched, which is really exciting to be able to do. I can't remember if I just said the color name or not. Gerbera? No, I didn't say it. So this is in the color Gerbera. And I thought it was going to be a really, really soft nude pink, but then just looking at it, opening and looking at it, I'm like, no, it's actually like kind of a bright pink. So I'm going to give that one away brand new. I'm going to give the Illamasqua ones away too. And that means that out of 4 cream blushes in this reckoning, I only kept one, and that one's kind of on notice for the declutter. That's great. Let's talk about lip products. There are a couple of lip products in here. This one is actually really pretty. This is from YSL, and this came to me through Octoly recently as well. But interestingly, the color disappointed me a little bit, although I think I'm still going to keep it. So this is a new YSL product. It's called the Slim Glow Matte Lipstick, and it's in the color 214. The reason that I showed interest in it, again on Octoly, is that the color range is very beautiful. And they had this one that's described as like a rusty red nude, like a deep rusty red nude. Brick nude, I think might be the language that they use. And I was like, give me that brick nude. And then it arrived and I put it on and it just looked red. And I don't know if it was what I was wearing the other day, but I was wearing this in that video. It was the interstitial footage for my 10 by 10, my like 10 outfits with 10 garments. I was wearing a cream colored shirt and I was wearing this and it just looked like I was wearing a red lipstick. Weirdly, today in the swatch and also underneath these lights right now, like in this moment, it's looking more like that orangey, like that faded clementine, like red nude that I was hoping it would be. But it's just still much, much brighter than I feel like the pictures promised. However, the packaging is to die for. It's like this square, I guess it's like a rectangular prism. And then the bullet itself is also rectangular like that. I mean, come on. And there's the swatch. it rolls up and it's like this beautiful, you know, angular thing. And then it rolls all the way down flat into its container. And then the lid like snaps on. It's just really, really nice. And it's nice and slim feeling. Like it's very elegant, very, very beautiful and covetable. So, you know, I love that kind of thing. And it's another reason why I'm going to keep this. I've just been wanting to have a little bit wider of a wardrobe of reds lately. And, you know, this is going to add to that. I do feel like it's very wearable, but it's not as much of a red nude as it promised to be. And it's also not as matte as it promised to be, which I'm actually fine with. I'm fine with the fact that it's not very matte because I'm not all that into super mattes these days. But I just wanted to let you guys know. My lips were a little bit moisturized before I applied it the other day, but still, it never looked or wore like a matte at all. I would say it's more like a slightly skin-like, kind of like satin matte. I kind of want to put a little bit of it on right now. Yeah, see, that just looks red to me. It just looks like I applied a red on top of the like nude lip liner, which is what I had all over my lips. And it also has that like, it's fragranced. It's fragranced kind of like violet candy, kind of like the Gucci walls. All right, and then these are the two from Illamasqua that I already talked about. So I'll just, you know, go quickly through it. One of them is called Obsess and one of them is called Souffle, and they are the sheer veil lipstick. So speaking of the Gucci walls, it's kind of like the Illamasqua version of the Gucci walls. So the one called Obsess, which is kind of like a grayish, like a light grayish brown, I'm keeping. The one called Souffle, which is a much deeper brown than I was expecting, I'm giving away. And then these other two products from Illamasqua, this is a little pot pigment chrome that I also tried on. I'm whizzing through these Illamasqua things because I tried them extensively like in that video and I talked about them extensively during and at the end of that video. So this is the iconic chrome pigment paint in Empowering. I thought it was going to be like a sparkly charcoal black, but when I put it on, it is very like blue toned. I don't really feel like I have a use for that, or at least not enough of a use to make it worth keeping this. So I'm going to give that away. And then the sealing gel, I think I'm gonna keep it. I think it might keep coming in handy. It's just like a little bottle of liquid that helps anything to really set down. And with my hooded eyes, that can be helpful. It's also something you can use to turn powders into liners. Okay, one more skincare product to get out of the way. This is from the Yes Style Advent Calendar. The things that I decided to keep, I already reckoned with the calendar, like when it was brand new. But then there were some of the things that I decided to keep that I was going to then like try more and then reckon with again. And this is one of those things. I hadn't tried it when I reckoned with the advent calendar to begin with. I decided to try it and then decide whether or not I was going to keep it. It's the Yuja Niacin sleeping mask, brightening sleeping mask. It's very heavily fragranced of something that smells to me like a Negroni. And I actually really like the smell, but the strength of the fragrance kind of had me concerned. However, I did manage to overcome that concern and try it. I actually used it on my face a couple of nights in a row, and I just didn't find it to be very remarkable. It didn't feel thick. It didn't feel like it was really sealing in the moisture on my skin. I couldn't really feel it on my skin the next morning. There was nothing about it. I didn't notice like a really huge improvement in my skin. It was fine, but I just have so much skincare and I have so much thick, creamy stuff to like sleep in at night. I mean, like this Peter Thomas Roth one is a great example. I would so much rather use this because I do feel like stays on my skin overnight. It's still there in the morning, and I do feel like my skin's really moisturized when I wash it off. Like my skin really loves that. I can tell. Oh my gosh, I'm stumbling over all of my words. Like every other word is the wrong word. The point is just that there's nothing wrong with it, but it didn't wow me. And given what's going on in my life, if something in a jar this size doesn't wow me, I will give it away so that someone else can get good use out of it. So I am going to pass that one along. Whew, okay, we're down to the last two things, which are kind of like the most exciting, I feel. Although wasn't there something already really exciting? Oh, the brushes. The brushes are really exciting. I love getting like new brushes in PR from Refer specifically. When I get other brushes, I'm like, probably gonna give you away. But when I get new Refer brushes, I'm like, hello, beauties. But here's some drama, right? Urban Decay sent this to me. I reviewed it. I actually gave it a very positive review. I think it's pretty special. And at the time, I was so excited by Bloodstone, which is like a really glittery version of Urban Decay Lounge, one of my favorite single eyeshadows from them. And I loved the looks that I got out of it so much that I really thought that I might keep it. and add it to my permanent collection. And then here's what happened. Since that first flush of using this for several days in a row in the interest of being able to review it, since then, I haven't touched it because I love my other eyeshadows so much, my single eyeshadows. I've shopped my stash for a Natasha Denona palette that I really like and a Rowan quad that I really like, and I built that little 6-pan palette out of singles that I really love, and I have eschewed this week after week after week in favor of those, and I just haven't thought about it. And I know that Lacey wants it, and so I'm going to send it to her. I'm just so much happier sending to her than I am like making the fraught decision to keep it on top of all of my other eyeshadow and then probably never getting very good use out of it. If I desperately want a sparkly version of Lounge, I can just use Lounge and use some sparkly eyeshadow on top of it and I'll be golden. So Lacey, get ready. I'm gonna send this to you in the mail. And Urban Decay also sent me this primer potion. I have been using the Alter Ego eyeshadow base and I really like it, but it's in like a hard tube and it's kind of hard to know how much. Oh, I was about to say it's like, I don't know when I'm gonna run out of it. It's hard to know how much is in there, blah, 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 blah. And I was saying all of that in the interest of like talking myself into keeping this in my backups box. But I don't want that to be my life. I want to not have backups. And then if I run out of something, I can just buy myself one. So I'm gonna put this in my giveaway box. I'm gonna give it to a friend. And yeah, that's way better. I've always wanted to try the Milani one. And I know how I feel about this one. So this is the Urban Decay one. Did I say that? The primer potion? If I run out, I'll just buy myself the Milani one and then I'll finally get the chance to try it. Whereas if I keep this in my backup box, I'll never get the chance to buy my own and I'll never get the chance to try the one from Milani. Now, the moment we've all been waiting for, at least the moment I have been waiting for, and maybe the moment that you were waiting for if you knew what this was when you saw me hold this tray up at the beginning. I'm sure some of you remember that Cosmetics sent me 6 out of their 8 serum blushes. And I did get to review one. I tried it on camera. I was able to react to the formula. I've been using them a little bit since then and they're really interesting, but I've been kind of saving my full review because I want to do like a really thorough overhead swatch comparison video where you can see them super close up and I can apply them all to my face, all 8 of the colors, and I could just like do the whole thing, like the definitive review of the Cosmetics Serum Drops blushes. But I only had 6 of them. So Cosmetics told me they were going to send me the other 2 when they came back in stock. They recently came back in stock and they were like, oh yeah, we're sending out your package. We're sending you the other 2 blushes. I got the tracking information for the package and I was like, yay, when they arrive, I can like finally film that video. The package arrived, I opened it up and inside of it were all of these holiday kits from Cosmetics, which is amazing. But the serum blushes in the 2 outstanding colors weren't in there. So I still need to contact them and be like, you know, are you still going to send the other 2 blushes so I can do the video? And in the meantime, I can tell you about these holiday things, which they might have sent to me by accident, but I'm okay with it. Like, I'm not mad at it, but I can tell you about them and reckon with them because there are a lot of things in here that I definitely don't need for myself, which is exciting because this stuff makes great gifts, right? I'll be able to give some of this stuff away and that'll be great. So some of them I've opened. I've taken out some of the things that I am going to keep and started trying them. So some of these might be incomplete, but I think I'll be able to tell you what the holiday kits are. And of course you can click through and like see what they are. So one of them is like this cute little pencil, like squashy neoprene pencil case. And I think that this is just 2 eyeliners and they're definitely designed for gifting. Like this says a to and from card in it. That's super cute. And this is the eyeliner one. So there's, oh no, it's the eyeliner and the Infinite Lip Cloud. Nice. So it's the Infinite Lip Cloud in Magic Hour and the illustrative eyeliner, the brush tip eyeliner. I feel like that's a great kit because I think there are a lot of people, a lot of light makeup wearers for whom this is like all that they wear. They do like a winged eyeliner, like a little tiny cat eye, and then a lip, and that's it. And for that kind of makeup look, this lip, Magic Hour, it's like a coral nude. It's like a beautiful, rich coral nude. The Infinite Lip Cloud is such a great formula. This is a really good little kit. So that'll be a great thing to give away to someone. I already own the Infinite Lip Cloud in Magic Hour, and I do love it a lot. This is a very robust feeling kit. It has a little card that says Happy Holidays, and in it Oh, I might have mixed them up. Oh, I just clicked through to the M Cosmetics website so that I wouldn't give you misinformation about these holiday kits, and they have just launched something new. The Daydream Cushion. What even is it? It's a foundation. It's a cushion foundation. Wow, it's $48. It's like they dropped a foundation. All right, I'm going to be following the future career of that with great interest. That was extremely exciting and dramatic. But yes, I think I do have all of the right things in this little bag. So this is a kit that comes with the Heaven's Hue Radiant Veil Blush in Faded Clementine, which I already have. The mascara, which I opened this and I pulled the wand out to see what it looked like, and it's like one of those really spiky bristle ones. It reminds me a lot of the Glossier Lash Slick, the way that it looks, and I've heard that it's kind of like that. So I decided not to try this. I'm going to give it away. I just know that it's not the kind of mascara that I like. The Flexi Brow Clear Brow Gel. This actually was in another kit and I've already tried it. I've like opened it and started using it, and it's really hard to get product out of it. Like, it feels like there's nothing on the brush and it feels like almost nothing goes into my brows. I'm really kind of struggling with it. Maybe I just need to like break it in a little bit more, but so far it doesn't really seem like it's gonna hold my brows super well. But it would be great for someone who only needs a light hold in their brows, like someone who has more wispy brow hairs than I do. But you know, these products, these three, I don't need to keep, but there were two more products in this kit: the Kitten lip liner, the soft blur lip liner, and the Venetian Rose lip cushion. Let me see if I can find those. I really love the lip liner. It's a bit pinker than what I would usually choose, but it is really the color of my lips when there's nothing on them. Like, I have pretty dark lips, especially for my skin tone, like pretty pigmented lips. It truly is the color of them. Like, it really does just extend the color of my lips onto my lip line. So I do like that. I'm gonna keep it. The Venetian Rose lip cushion, it's very pigmented. Like, I was expecting this to be more like a lip sheer, but it's a lipstick. I mean, look at it. It is a lipstick. It's like a really kind of actually kind of like a gooey and full coverage emollient lip product with a lot of pigment in it. So don't be deceived, as I was, by the marketing and like the shape of the bullet and stuff. This is a full pigment lipstick to me. It's just, you know, a very shiny one. I haven't decided about this. I'm going to keep testing this. I'm going to hang on to it for the time being. But the other three products in this I can give away. This other kit has the eyeliner, the illustrative brush tip eyeliner, the Flexibrow, and the mascara. So the eyeliner and the mascara I can give away. The Flexibrow, the one that I'm using, that I'm testing, is the one that I took out of this. And then this last one has the clear lip gloss in it, which I'm gonna try to test this so that I can report back to you guys. I'll try to test it without sullying the product, just in case I do want to give it away, but I would like to be able to let you guys know what that's like. I haven't tried it yet. The Divine Skies eyeshadow palette, the little round palette, I have tried. It's a great palette, really beautiful, but I ended up giving away the other one that I had just because I have so much eyeshadow and it's such a giftable product. And I will do the same with this. And there's also a little color drop serum blush in Venetian Rose in here, but this is one of the colors that I already have, so I can give this away unopened as well. So this is great for me as someone who's like gets so much joy out of gift giving, because I'll be able not only to give most of these sets away intact, but you know, they're like in these little bags, and like that's so fun. And I don't know, I'm just really excited to send some of these products to like my cousins and my sister. M Cosmetics is great for gifting because it's so wearable. The colors are so wearable and the formulas are really easy, and you know, it's kind of like not scary even for people who don't wear that much makeup. So I'm excited to be able to give the majority of that stuff away. And yeah, I'll test the clear lip gloss. I'm testing the serum blushes, and I'll hopefully get that full video up for you. And I'm not going to test the mascara and the lip liner. Again, the color is a little pink for my taste in terms of color, but what I didn't mention before is that the blur, like the velvety blurry line that they claim to be able to give you with that's real. It's a really pretty formula. So huge thanks to M Cosmetics for sending all of these over. I'm glad to be able to like hold them up on camera and show them to you and show them how cute you are. Show them how cute you are. Hey guys, look how cute my subscribers are. Oh my God, they're so cute. I'm glad to be able to show you how cute they are. And you know, to confirm that they feel very, very giftable. Like the reality of it is that they're very, very giftable. But that's it. Let me count up the stuff and let me wipe off this swatch and like get my life together. Okay, so if you don't count the brushes, which I guess why wouldn't we? I'm like trying to not count them because there's 4 of them, and maybe because they're like doubles of things I already have. But if you don't count them, I'm just keeping 8 things from this group. If you count them, then I'm keeping 12 things, and who am I kidding? Like, we count them. So I'm keeping 12 things, including the brushes, but there's a lot more stuff than that that is going into my giveaway box. And I probably will break up these sets. I probably won't like, I mean, I'll be able to like use these little bags to give them away, but I'll probably break them up and mix them around. So I am adding 20 things to my giveaway box, and a lot of it's like nice stuff and untouched stuff, and that's really exciting. So that is it. That is my reckoning. I'm gonna go ahead and get this stuff cleared out of the purgatory tray, which is I guess what we're doing now. I guess instead of a purgatory box, we have the purgatory tray. I like that I've been like trying to keep it clear these days. You know what I mean? It's not like a big pile of stuff and I just chip away at it, or like make a dent in it every month. It's like every month I'm like clearing the stuff out and really deciding that I'm either going to keep it and use it up in most cases, especially with skincare, or I'm going to give it away too sweet. So I'm going to start fresh, although I guess I'm still testing these two. So there are a couple of things lingering in there. But for the most part, I'm going to start fresh. And yeah, that's it. That's it. I reckoned the video's over. Thank you for watching. I'm looking forward to chatting with you guys down below. Let me know what you think of this stuff. And don't forget to take extra good care of yourself today so that you can be the most effective version of yourself as you do your work in the world.